Welcome back to this show. This is the Impact Podcast where we talk about shooting, long-range shooting, hunting, all the silly mistakes I've made along the way and the wins we've had. So my goal with this show is to fill you guys in on the latest of what is happening in the world of precision rifle and the world of impact shooting. So without further ado, welcome back to a very, very long overdue episode. I'm excited to have you guys with me. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and leave a like and a comment as always. Now, without further ado, let's jump in to the meat and potatoes of this sucker. Hey guys, real quick, thank you so much for watching our content. Next time you're in the market for precision shooting gear, please consider supporting the brands that support our channel to make videos like this one possible. Today, I want to discuss the state of race gun here in South Africa, specifically here in Cape Town. Now, race gun in its traditional form, I guess we can refer to as, for lack of a better description, is the precision rifle series, PRS Barricade, the predetermined skill stages, the stuff you've very much seen on this channel in the past. And that is how my shooting journey started. I started shooting precision rifle series. I think it was back in 2016, came dead last at the first match. Next match, I came third, then started winning. Then all of a sudden, there was some vibes and the politics and everything got really crazy really, really quickly. And I've sort of distanced myself from there as we started the National Rifle League here in South Africa, which was phenomenally successful off the get-go. One of my issues with the Precision Rifle Series was I don't want to spend 2 days shooting a match over a weekend, investing a ton of time, a ton of ammo, a ton of money, to participate in something and then win a medal, but there was 15 other people shooting against me. Like, that's not cool for me. I want to win a match, but shoot against 150 people. So as soon as I started sort of becoming vocal about that, that's where things went downhill. Long story short, we started the National Rifle League here in South Africa, the NRL, the South African branch of that, and it was phenomenally successful off the get-go. I think we had 63 people at the first match we ever held here in Cape Town, which was insane, and the event blew up. It was so cool, and immediately our membership numbers shot up. Now, it was a little bit awkward for me in the sense that, I'm a competitive shooter. I'm sponsored by some of the biggest companies in the world, and I want to compete, but now I'm also the guy hosting the matches, even though we're having matches over, in different parts of the country, I'm still at the front there as part of a leadership team, and I'm on the podium, and for me, that was a little bit, it wasn't fun. So the decision was made to give the organization away to some other guys that was going to take it and run with it. And it is sad now in hindsight how it's died, essentially. In fact, I did a podcast episode about this in January 2022, I believe, where I kind of predicted that this would happen. As soon as the NRL in the USA terminated their race gun league, I was afraid that we would do the same here, because that is really the format that I love to shoot, and I know a lot of you guys do. And I built a business effectively, even though we never made a penny from it or a cent here in South Africa. I built a business, and I provided a service for the guys to, run their equipment and develop their skill. And now all of a sudden, if you put a Howa with a Strike Eagle in an MDT chassis or any form of chassis, and you add a bipod and a silencer or a muzzle brake, your rail, some mags, and some ammo, you're 150,000 Rand in very, very quickly. That happens overnight. You cannot perform the sport if you do not reload, in my country at least. So it's a massive investment to get into the sport. And now all of a sudden, there's these guys that have done this, and I apologize if you're one of those guys, where as a result of me pulling you into the sport, whether it was myself or a friend of yours or whatever, if you started shooting the NRL and there's no longer a platform for you, I'm very sorry, because now you're sitting with something you really can't get that much use from, especially here in Cape Town. Guys, love that you're listening to the podcast. Please remember, there is a video version of this on YouTube, so if you're into that kind of thing and you're more of a visual learner, please consider checking us out on YouTube. If not, please keep enjoying the show. Now, why do I keep hammering on about Cape Town? For whatever reason in Cape Town, there seems to be a struggle for matches really to gain proper traction. And they always struggled, and even to this day, I think they have a match next weekend. But I think there's like 11 entries. So I don't really, if I was a competitive shooter to shoot against 10 other people, it really didn't do it for me back in the day, and it's going to do it for me even less, especially considering, you know, we're all busy. Most of us have families and stuff like that. So we want to compete against something where, you know, the best shooters are there. There's a vibe about it. You know, if I shoot the same course of fire, just me, I'll have a lot of fun. But if I'm shooting the same course of fire, I've got 5 of my friends behind me doing it, and, you know, 70 other people doing it throughout the same day, and we're comparing scores and things at the end. That's way better. I think we can all agree on that. So, yeah, on that side, I mean, that's pretty much dead. And although it's kind of just been the same for the last, you know, 6 years or whatever it's been, the NRL race gun here in South Africa has also died. And unfortunately, there was no NRL Hunter matches down in Cape Town. I know there's a few venues that could make great venues for those, but they don't seem to have been scheduled, which is a pity, because I myself have even built a custom rifle to compete in that very discipline. So it is very sad to see that there aren't any of those matches here in South Africa, or in my region of South Africa specifically. So it's a little bit discouraging to see that in my region of South Africa and the Western Cape, there aren't any of those matches, because I think that format looks like a ton of fun. And I think my sort of skill set would cater towards that. And I also think, given the name, you know, it would be very well suited to translate over into when we do actual hunting. Now, where does that leave us South African shooters, especially the shooters based in Cape Town? Good news, Uncle Pete has you covered. So, as with back in the day, I started the NRL. I'm starting a new series. It's called the Western Cape Rifle Club. We're going to have 4 matches this year already. The sponsors are pouring in. For our final match, we've already got in excess of 100,000 Rand in prizes. So, it's going to be absolutely mega. It's sort of going to be a hybrid style event. You know, there'll be a mix of long range, a mix of precision rifles, some positional stuff. Not that challenging. We won't go to extreme distances. It's basically just going to be, I think, to sum it up in one word, it's going to be a hybrid, and it's going to be super cool. And the interest is insane. Seeing the guys absolutely streaming into the WhatsApp group to find out more about these events has been awesome in the last 24 hours. So I'm super, super pumped to see where that goes. And for the guys on the YouTube channel, I will take you along for that journey. You know, we'll be shooting them, we'll be setting them up. It's going to be a ton of fun. I've also said this before, that I've never really cared what it says on the front of a matchbook for any match that I'm participating in. I just want to have a good time and challenge myself. Now, this past weekend, I shot a Veldskiet match. I think there was 120 entries. I'm not sure where I came overall, but to give you guys some perspective, spoiler alert, if you want to watch the video of me shooting this actual match and you don't want to know what the results are, you need to skip the next 30 seconds. I shot this match, Veldskiet match, no positions or no distances given, no wind meters, no rangefinders, nothing. And I got absolutely decimated. These guys are so good. It's unbelievable. And I think that sport translates very, very well to precision rifle shooting. So I will be doing a full video on this match on the main channel pretty shortly. But it was just so cool for me to see how healthy sports shooting is in Cape Town. It's not like there's no people that want to shoot here. It is so healthy, but for whatever reason, you know, they're just not interested in shooting the sort of traditional format. So we're going to cater to exactly what you want. We're going to give you what you want. We're going to be shooting steel. We're going to be having a lot of fun, and we may even have free beers afterwards. So that's always good. So yeah, guys, that's a little bit of an update. As for the race gun stuff, I'm planning on traveling a lot this year. I think I've got 8 hunts scheduled. Some of them are overseas, which I'm super, super pumped for. We're shooting multiple different disciplines of matches. We may even see me shooting a pistol match this year, so excited for that. Gonna do a ton of long range stuff. Skulk and I are committed to, you know, I canceled some other dates to make sure that we actually take part in that long range series, which we're super pumped for. Unfortunately, last year I missed one of the events, and there was the result of that. Our scores didn't count, and we didn't actually even rank overall for the season. So that's something we're focusing on, and you guys obviously love those videos. We have some big boomers in the works, you know, Shy-Tac level equipment coming. Hopefully that comes this year. I've got an absolute ton. I think I received 13 rifles in the next couple of months, brand new Bat Machine rifles, some rifles from new sponsors that you guys will see here on the channel. Just super, super exciting stuff. And I'm excited, even though, you know, the traditional sense, the race gun thing seems to have died here in Cape Town. I know there's a demand for people that want to shoot. I want to host very lekker matches again, and I want to see you guys smiling and high-fiving afterwards. And it's going to be quite simple. We're just going to have a rule where no assholes are allowed. It's pretty much one of the only rules, as with the firearm safety rules. And I think that's something, if memory serves, that's a rule that the All Black rugby team have in place. Like, you can be the best rugby player in the world, but if you're a chop and nobody wants to hang around with you, you ain't welcome here. So I think we'll manage it on that basis, and I'm excited to see where that goes and what that grows into. At the moment, I've got no desire to have a national series again with matches all over the country and all of that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean that we can't do that for our second season and just absolutely take over again like we did the last time. So let's take 2023 in stride, see how big we can make this thing. Please share this with your friends. There will be a lot of coverage on this on my channel going forward. And I'm excited just to share this journey with you guys as we build yet another successful shooting series. Now, on that note, have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.